Okay, so let's just start off, I think, by talking about some of the most embarrassing moments of 2018 in U.S. politics.
Yes.
Sounds like a great idea.
Sounds like a great
A
idea.
lot of embarrassing
That's
moments.
such a phenomenal topic we haven't discussed in great length.
I know, right? Well, it's the most interesting thing ever. Right?
Just embarrassing moments.
Okay, I want to talk first of all about just Chris Cillizza's just overall like his job performance.
You just hate Chris
I
Cillizza.
fucking hate Chris Cillizza. He's just such an open, like just such
Corporate
an unapologetic
hack, yeah.
propagandist, Democratic establishment hack.
Talking like this.
Yeah, I recently followed an account on Twitter called CNN's Chris Godzilla, which is just a parody of Chris Cillizza, and it's probably one of the funniest accounts I follow.
Yeah, there's so much material.
Recently, he's just been pulling back his hatred of Bernie and like the idea like, it's impossible. It's impossible.
Oh wait,
Bernie
you
to
might
be
have a
president.
chance.
And now he's like, you know what? I'm
Now
Chris
that I look at
Cillizza
it.
here. And I'm taking a look at it. Oh, I've stepped back.
After he was the only loser in the last debate.
Yeah.
I think Bernie Sanders might just have a shot
Oh
at
my
this whole
God.
thing.
No,
You're just
watch,
like-
watch. If Bernie wins,
Yeah.
he's gonna come out and act like he was right the
I
entire
called
Look
it.
at
I
me,
called
guys. I called it.
Do a
I'm
dance in the
Chris.
end zone.
Was that your dance?
Yeah, he'll do like a dance in the end zone.
Not that I like it or anything,
exactly.
but I called it.
You guys
And
got
then I
it.
guarantee you there's going to be a shit ton of the people from the Democratic establishment that say, like, you know, I really don't like the way this party says and switch to Republican. It's like what Jeff Van Drew, that one guy.
That's
did.
not gonna happen.
No,
It already is happening.
No, they
It's
like
already
dude,
happening.
they like the attention too much from the people to be
You think
Republicans.
so?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not-
switch.
they would give up
the
their
Republicans,
entire.
Dude, I don't feel like Republicans really want a bunch of ex-Democrats that they've just spent their lives hating on to join.
Yeah.
Well,
that's kind of their goal.
No, seriously though, the
Just
dude,
convince
no,
the other
guys,
people they're right.
Guys, I think it is gonna happen because remember when that dude did it, Jeff Van Drew, he was like, yeah, I didn't like how the party was going too far to the left, and it was right when Bernie started to surge.
Yeah, but do you think about how
And then there was that
popular
dude
all these
on-
politicians are, though?
Dude, but then that dude on Morning Joe came on and said,
Who?
Donnie Deutsch, I don't really know a lot about
Exactly, you don't know a lot about it.
They're like nobodies.
Yeah.
I feel like.
So
it's-
all the
No,
prominent figures
my,
aren't going
my,
to be doing
my
anything.
parents like knew who he was and stuff. I'm pretty sure he's just a big establishment type of.
Well, then it's like, okay,
Dude,
yeah.
but
I don't think like
a lot of them
okay.
are coming out and saying that I would rather vote for Trump over Bernie.
Really?
Yes, I've heard it multiple times.
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
think that's a bit
you're
much.
right, kind of, because I've been seeing
Yeah.
a lot of headlines, and it's like making news that like there's like Democrats, people on the left, who are saying like, you know what,
Dude.
I'll vote for Bernie.
They're literally not
I'll
smart
vote for
enough.
Bernie over Trump, and like it's like this thing that should be like,
Yeah, I know,
no
but it's
way.
like-
Bloomberg said it, and people were like, wow.
Yeah, no, I was
Wow.
honestly surprised by that. I have to say.
Yeah, so
That-
it's just
that
kind of
Bloomberg did that.
embarrassing that like they have to like bring themselves to vote for Bernie over Trump,
Yeah.
even though like Trump is not. Well, I don't know.
They're still going to do it, though. They love being like the corporate Democrats so much.
Dude,
they're not just going to
Yeah, true.
discount it. Do you think Joe Biden's going to be like, nah, Republicans, everybody likes you. I'm going to go over
Dude,
there.
he praises
Joe
Republicans.
Biden.
Yeah, I know he
Joe
does,
Biden-
but he's
Biden
still
does.
a Democrat. Dude,
Yeah, no,
like,
I know.
they're-
I know.
the-
I don't think Joe Biden.
The
would do it.
the Democratic Party itself are just too stick to their guns that they can't like leave the Democratic.
Well,
Yeah,
I
they're
think- I
too
thi-
stick to their guns, and you can tell because of how fucking stupid they
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I think
Yeah.
the ones that don't leave will be like Nancy Pelosi, and like they'll be super smug,
holding
about
down
whole
the
thing.
fort.
And they'll like try to pretend like they're
Nervous
winning.
Nancy.
Yeah, they'll like try to pretend like they're like doing the right thing and like winning, but then they'll just get embarrassed at
Yeah.
every turn.
are. Fuck.
Yeah,
Oh my
no.
God.
But like Chris Cillizza literally just so blatantly just shits on Bernie and props up like other people like Amy Klobuchar.
Cloud
or, like,
boot
he had Kamala for his predictions. For
Yeah,
It's so
Kamala,
embarrassing.
and Beto,
Kamala at
and-
number 1, Beto at number 2, both who dropped out in embarrassment
That's
before the
embarrassing,
voting
yeah.
even started.
Dude, Kamala got embarrassed by Tulsi Gabbard, who was polling at like 2%.
Negative
Like
6%.
negative 12%.
Yeah.
And it's like
Did I tell you my dad ran into her on a plane?
Kamala?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so
I
funny.
told him to just give her a ton of shit, but he's like, she looks sad. I'm not gonna do it.
I would
Well,
be
because
sad
it was
if I
it was the
ran a
day after the
face-planted
debate.
campaign.
It
Yeah.
was the day after she dropped out.
Yeah, she dropped out and oh my god, that was so
my
funny.
dad saw her in coach.
Dude, what I loved about her
Whoa, that's a little classy.
Yeah, that's
statement.
actually
Come
whoa.
on, dude.
Well, I mean, Kamala seems like the type of
She's a
person that-
senator, a rich senator.
Yeah, she seems like the type of person that would just like
Oh, I'm with the
unapologetically
people.
fly like in a private jet.
Yeah, true.
That's like
Oh,
what Joe
oh,
Biden
yeah,
does.
yeah,
He just
Oh,
wastes
yeah.
all of his.
When
money.
Bernie said that he was fucking gonna use a private jet in the primaries,
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, Bernie!
Oh, Bernie.
Gotcha,
Bernie, you're not being hard enough on the rich."
guy, rich guy alert."
Bernie, stop being so sympathetic towards the rich people.
So funny. Oh my god. I know. It's like when fucking Mayor Pete was like coming out trying to accuse Bernie of like not being hard enough on the rich because his college plan lets billionaires' kids go to school for free.
We block billionaires' kids from going to public schools and high schools.
That's the one of the bigger misunderstandings of Bernie Sanders is like people like say that Elizabeth Warren is harder on the rich than he is. When his wealth tax literally kicks in, I think at a smaller amount.
It does.
And it taxes you more than hers does.
Yeah.
So he's just like, if you want to tax the rich, Bernie Sanders is the obvious choice over Elizabeth Warren, and people just like pretend like Elizabeth Warren is like way better with taxing the rich and like getting rid of the rich. The fucking income inequality is kind of gross.
I have to say, I think Obama secretly telling people behind the scenes that Warren isn't that bad is just so telling. Mm-hmm. It just tells you everything you need to know about Elizabeth Warren, in my opinion.
Dude,
that Obama is willing to back her.
Elizabeth Warren
before the primary, when he said he wasn't gonna get involved,
and he just still hasn't.
Yeah, but he's saying shit like that behind the scenes, and he said How was
that? That can't be confirmed or denied.
I don't know. It's like that's not.
I mean, there's reporting on it.
I don't think it's worth getting angry about it. It just hasn't.
I'm not angry. I'm just saying it just tells. It just tells a lot, in my opinion.
I
think it does.
Yeah, I don't know. Elizabeth Warren did not endorse Bernie in 2016. She endorsed Hillary Clinton.
That is embarrassing. That's completely embarrassing.
And now suddenly she's running on Bernie's platform, and it's like, okay, what could have happened? Yeah, did she just realize that, oh shit, Hillary didn't work? I guess I'm going to have to pretend to be like this guy to beat Trump. It's like so obvious that she's a fraud, but...
Yeah, no, exactly.
I still think she'd be like better than most of the people on this.
Oh, she would definitely be better.
Yeah, even if her platform is a complete fraud.
Yeah, sure. She'd be better than anybody that wasn't Yang.
Literally, all she is she was somebody who was originally a little bit to the left of like most of the corporate Democrats.
Yeah.
And then Bernie Sanders, who's like an unapologetic, like actual left-wing politician who wasn't even in the Democratic Party because he was too far to the left. Like
it's so funny.
I know. And then after
he's just too much for the people. We don't want you.
No, literally, but that's what it was. And then, he like creates this huge like wave of excitement and like a giant movement, and then Elizabeth Warren jumps in. Oh my god! When Bernie's just also running, and she knows she has a worse chance of winning and defeating Trump, and she's just stealing like a lot of like his thunder, kind of, when she just doesn't deserve it, and she's just trying to coast off of it. Like, I just do not trust her. Honestly, I have to say, I think it's just too telling that she's like, I don't know. Too much of like an opportunist.
She's too much of an opportunist copycat.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can't see past that, then you like shouldn't be. Then you're not informed enough on the policy.
Yeah.
You know, because like if you vote, like say you're voting for Warren because of her policy, then you would have to obviously look at Bernie and be like, oh, this is the exact same thing he's doing but worse, and like by every metric.
Yeah. Every metric.
Yeah. I think that's the end of the discussion right there. Bernie's just better.
Yeah, he is. But like, I really hate it when people like, I don't know, when they pretend like Elizabeth Warren is more progressive.
It's just the media, though. I feel like I don't think it's just like most people.
Well, I know, but I know this is anecdotal, but like I've definitely met people who think that Warren and Bernie are like the same, if not Warren's more progressive.
Can I segue a little bit?
Yeah.
Let's do. I want to talk about Iran because that just happened.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like that's some crazy shit.
Oh yes, definitely.
We had a lot of Twitter exchanges about shout out Finn Kurtz, the warmonger, and let's put the thoughts out there.
Oh my god. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I hate that like all the Trump supporters, after like cheering Trump on when he said the Iraq war was bad, then when he like just randomly assassinates this random guy who nobody knew who he was, they all come out and defend him.
With no approval either.
Yeah.
Hey, kill this guy.
Yeah.
Gay.
And then they just come out and pretend like Trump is like the Lord and Savior and like he made us safer. It's like you literally made everybody less safe.
You almost got Trump for saving us from dangerous Iran.
This close to a war with Iran.
Trump saved us from Iran.
And I really think, I have to tell you, I really think the reason that he stepped back is because I think he realized that people weren't gonna like.
People hated the war. Yeah, it was so unpopular.
And that he hadn't done enough propaganda yet. So I think he's gonna do more propaganda.
Yeah, no, because you can tell he started with the propaganda after he did the assassination, which is like, dude, if you're gonna try to convince people that these guys are evil, they're like the idea has to be there before the action.
No,
it's like just do it and then try to convince everybody after. It's like we can tell there's no reason to be at war with Iran. Nobody knew who the fuck this guy was, and you just blew him up with a
It
missile.
was tremendous assassination.
It's
tremendous.
literally like he was in a meeting with like Pompeo and all the other like
Oh my God.
warmongers, and he's just sitting there like this, and then they like
How about
they
you-
like tell him, okay, here's how we're gonna go to war with Iran, and it's gonna be like, we're gonna have to like trick the public and all this shit, but like Trump's brain was off for the first round. He just like, assassination. Hey,
Okay, go button, go.
Yeah, no, and then he's like, oh shit, we had to do all this.
Oh
other
shit, I missed the
propaganda
meeting. Missile strike now.
yeah, no.
It was tremendous.
And then he tries to cover it up, and then he tries to take credit for being like the Lord and Savior. It's honestly similar to what Obama did with Obamacare. I mean, it's just like,
The biggest embarrassment of this entire thing is how we're just so invested in countries that have
oh, I know.
nothing to do.
Yeah,
with
that's my biggest
Dude,
issue
which
with
is
the whole
why
fucking
the fuck do we
thing.
care? We have people that die in our own country because they don't have access to healthcare, but yet they're like, "Oh, let's go play World, please."
Okay, no, it's
Yeah.
funny because like they ironically cause more deaths, and then
Oh,
they and
not,
then they.
not ironically, dude. Military industrial
It's like
Oh,
complex.
no, they
unapologetic,
act like
dude.
they act
A
like they're doing
million
it to,
people
like,
have died in the Iraq
Mhm.
conflict. 1 million people have died. And you can't pretend like us being there is
Just
doing
doing anything.
anything
Well,
good. And it just goes like it's the same for every other country that we're in too. We just cause death.
Yeah. Well, think about back when they said Saddam had weapons of mass destruction.
Just
Oh my god. Yeah,
Like he was gonna murder everybody, and like there was gonna be like a fucking nuclear. Like they just pretended like we were all fucked.
Yeah.
And then they, in order to prevent American death, they just kill a bunch of Americans and Iraqi civilians by invading a country we don't need to
90%
invade.
civilian death rate.
No, that was Obama.
It was still-
yeah,
well,
no,
it
still.
wasn't much
oh,
better.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
no, I know.
And
No,
that's-
in the
it's-
torture regime, they're just openly committing war crimes.
Yeah, if we ended up going to Iran, literally the same thing would have happened. Like
oh,
we
I
had
know, it
no,
would've
we
been
have no
worse.
reason to be there. They weren't a threat to national security.
They
Like
weren't.
any problems going on in Iran, like that's for fucking Iran
That's
to
why it's
deal
funny, 'cause
with.
Trump, when he was running, he's like, "We got to get out of Iraq." You know, Obama wants to get, if Obama will get reelected, we'll say, "Let's go to war with Iran."
Yeah,
and he's
I
just
know.
doing all.
I
this
know, he's
stuff.
just doing the exact same
But
shit.
take him out. We should never have been there.
No,
and then we're still there.
The most
It's like,
embarrassing
okay.
part about all this conflict too is when Iraq was like, so we invade Iraq, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back to 2003. We invade Iraq because we say Saddam has weapons of mass destruction.
Ah!
We destroy the country essentially. Murder,
looking for these weapons.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Murder-
I don't know. Kill more
murder-
civilians.
We spend trillions of dollars, murder civilians, and then take their oil, like jack their oil and just steal it and then get rich off of it. And then fast forward to now, when Iraq tells us to get the fuck out during this whole thing. We say
with the
no.
democratic government that we put there
Yeah.
for them to
Yeah,
enjoy.
exactly. And then we say no. And then we say,
That's
okay, we
cute.
will if you pay us all this money that we spent invading the country. It's literally what they're doing.
For the shit that you didn't want.
That's
Yeah,
so
they didn't
cool.
want. And then it's after Trump ran on getting out of Iraq and not being
Okay, yeah,
in
and
Iraq in the
if I
first
can
place.
go off for a second, that is like I think it was all lead up for just potential of more never-ending wars in the Middle East.
Yeah, 'cause we
like
said
putting
Afghanistan, yeah.
putting as much shit as
Afghanistan.
we fucking could into all these countries, like military bases. We have like almost 40 in the Middle East. Like
And
40
aircraft-
fucking military bases.
And
Aircraft carriers
just
all over the
patrolling
fucking
world.
Think
place.
about how much
constantly.
that costs.
No, wait. Here, I'll look it up right now.
So,
How
like,
much it
yeah,
costs to
like-
operate? Wait, fuck it.
Yeah. But like we are fucking basically just extending ourselves everywhere so we can go to war and like basically just do a bunch of false flag attacks on like fucking U.S. military bases because we have them everywhere. And it's like, oh, you attacked a military base? Now we can go to war with you. Now we can invade you and extend our military
It's like
even farther. And like we were basically just set up to go to war with Iran. Like we have military bases fucking surrounding the country and like every other country surrounding. So like when you assassinate a foreign military leader in a country that you are surrounding with military bases, like there's tension immediately.
yeah.
Like they're not gonna like you. They're like there's gonna be attempted retaliation. So the idea that assassinating him was like a good political move or like de-escalating things or like trying to stop a fucking violent attack from happening, it's just fucking stupid.
Stupid.
Like
oh my god.
the world would obviously be a safer place for Americans because like you get the bottom line, Americans are America's first priority. Having fucking American people extended all over the world trying to like keep them safe is literally just putting more people's lives in danger.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of fucking ridiculous
Like imagine if we
that
just
that anybody tries to justify any of it.
like imagine if we just got out of Afghanistan.
Yeah,
like,
what if we
there's-
just left?
Okay, dude, the papers that got released were so embarrassing. It was literally the papers that got leaked said that
Right,
We've been there for absolutely no reason from day one.
Yeah.
We were just been lied to from day one. The war is based on nothing. We get over there, and then there's no missions to complete and nothing to do. So we just had the generals like telling the president, "Oh yeah, like we're almost gonna defeat Al Qaeda." Like whatever happened, they would say, "Oh, it's good. Al Qaeda is getting defeated," and then the president would be like, "Okay, yeah, we need to stay there," and then they would go and they'd secretly behind the scenes be like, "There's nothing to do here." Like we literally know that we're here for no reason, but we're gonna keep like making up these missions and shit. But it was literally all for military industrial complex profits.
All right, I did some research. So the United States has 11 active aircraft carriers around the world, and this is from a couple of sources, so it's not like completely fucking reputable, but each aircraft carrier costs $2.5 million a day to operate. So that times 11, we spend $27.5 million a day on just aircraft carriers just patrolling the waters of the U.S.
Dude, but how are you
Isn't
gonna pay for
that
Medicare
savage?
for all? No,
Yeah.
but how are you gonna pay for Medicare for all? We can't afford it. This is America.
How much does that cost a year? Let's check that shit.
Medicare for all?
No.
Oh.
Less than what we're paying
Yeah,
now,
less
bud.
than-
That's how much it's costing a year.
Oh my God.
If we can switch gears for a second to Medicare for all healthcare,
Yes.
actually, if I may,
Uh-huh.
I think if you've made it this far in the podcast, please remember this. Please write this down. Please tell all of your friends. All of
$10 million
fucking,
a year. Sorry.
Yeah, all of the propaganda about Medicare for all that you hear, saying that it will cost more, is costing more only to the government.
Yes.
It is not costing more to any citizens. Every single fucking study and poll that has been done, Medicare for all is going to save people money. It was like an average of fucking like 10,000 a year or something.
No, I think they'll save like $3,000 a year for the average family making. Or no, Bernie said at the last debate it was 12. They're paying $12,000 now. The average family that makes $60,000, and under Medicare for all, they'd be spending $1,200.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
of how progressive the tax is.
But everybody, dude, it sucks that just nobody
Knows that.
No. Well, not even that. Just I feel like the regular middle class people just don't trust Bernie. Because
Yeah.
I feel like they just see him as crazy crazy socialist Bernie.
Yeah.
But they hear that and they're like, oh, it sounds right, but Bernie.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's such a stigma from the corporate media and shit that it's just like.
Well, yeah, and the media
bullshit.
constantly tries to cram down your throat the fact that it's gonna cost more.
It just isn't.
It's just gonna only cost more to the government because the facilitation fees and the fucking bureaucracy of Medicare, of healthcare, is all done privately now. So it's being leached off of. And taking that out of the picture, all of the consumers, all the fucking people are going to be saving money. It's just going to cost more for the government to run and operate. And it's just who the fuck cares? That's something you want your government to be operating.
That's why we give them money.
Yeah.
To give us
to get shit back.
Our, what do we get? Our infrastructure is terrible.
We literally get dick.
They try to impeach the fucking sitting president for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
We don't have.
And then there was a reason why it was just not going to work.
You know,
it's just set up to fail.
Sorry, they're trying to impeach him for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
But fucking dude, it's just ridiculous. Get the what the fuck?
I don't know, man. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people don't actually fucking they don't actually take America at face value, if you know what I mean.
People
They look into it, they don't look at it, and they look in the wrong places.
Well, it's this. People look at it and from the binoculars, we hope that they just see an American flag and an eagle.
Yeah, literally.
Farther.
It's fucking homelessness. North Korea with the ghost towns on the border.
Yeah, exactly.
That just look hella nice. Yeah, I don't know. Because if you actually fucking take a walk around America, and that's impossible, I guess, Forrest Gump. But if you actually look around,
dude,
our infrastructure is shitty.
It's horrible.
Fucking
It's shitty.
Mike Posner walked across the United States this past couple of years.
Good
and
for him, dude.
Nobody knew about it. And he got bit by a rattlesnake and was hospitalized for a year.
Oh my God.
And nobody knows about it. You know the dude who did Cooler Than Me?
No.
Yeah.
I know the name Mike Posner.
No, you
but-
totally know this fucking song.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that guy just walked across the U.S.
Good for him.
Right? And then
Good
got
for
bit
him.
by a poisonous
But anyways,
rattlesnake.
what I was
Yeah,
saying
sorry,
was-
fucking continue. Yeah.
If you look around at America, it's not actually all that good. Our infrastructure compared to other industrialized countries is shitty.
Horrible.
It's
like China.
It's made to seem like it looks good, but it sucks actually.
Yeah.
Like streets are falling apart, bridges are in
There's
trouble.
major upgrades
potholes.
since FDR.
No
bro.
major, yeah, no major upgrades to anything since FDR. Like, what the fuck,
Dude,
man? And then like
look at you,
we
dude.
have money to operate 11 aircraft carriers
Yeah.
around the world.
A
Like,
day. Yeah.
what?
Dude, doing
What?
a New Deal would be the best thing for this country right now. Literally. It would be amazing
Yeah,
for
it
this
would be.
fucking
It'd be
country.
tremendous.
It would be tremendous. And then people shit on the Green New Deal, but it's just
It's
an
just
amazing
yeah,
policy.
it's just awful.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just awesome. Not
Yeah,
awful.
it's literally just
Shout
amazing.
out AOC. Yeah,
Like,
that's
regardless
awesome.
of how, like, well written the layout of it is, like, the idea of it is just amazing.
Perfect.
Yeah, and there's,
But
like,
that's
no-
little. You gotta write it out well.
Yeah, no, I know, but, like, the idea, I'm saying, like, in theory, the idea of, like, a New Deal. And
Yeah,
a Green New
but
Deal.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Like, regardless of how they wrote it out right now, they should
Yeah.
fix it if it's
It's a
bad.
bit- yeah, you're
but
right.
yeah,
But it's better than nothing.
yeah,
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just need
no.
more shit.
yeah, no.
No matter what. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're the only country that like, well, not the only one, but like one of the only fucking industrialized
Somalia, yeah.
countries that just completely ignores climate change and like pretends that it
We
doesn't
drew from the
exist.
fucking Paris Agreement.
Yeah,
What the fuck, right? Yeah.
but anyways,
Yeah,
like
no, we're the only one in the world. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
we
Well,
are the
except for
only
Somalia,
country
yeah.
with a government that is actively saying like, oh, this is not an issue.
Mhm.
Like this is not an issue. Nowhere else, like the government is coming out to say everything's fine. They're all like, okay, maybe we aren't ready to do something now, but like this exists and like we should probably do something about it. We have all the power to like make a huge change that other countries would follow from,
Yeah.
but we're just not doing it because we have a government that's like,
Cares more about
guys, we're fine. Look, we're making so much money right now off this oil. off all this
DOW is
shit.
up 7.
The Dow- like what the
Yes,
fuck?
thank God.
And like they're just making money off of it, so obviously they're gonna say that it's not a problem. And like I think we're the
Yeah.
only country in the world that has not the only one. Fuck, I should stop saying
Somalia.
that. But like our leaders are fueled by capitalism, and they're just fueled by like profits and not actually like the restoration and like integrity of the country they're in,
Like I
which
said-
is kind of
I
sad.
say this fucking all the time. The one thing that would fix every issue, almost every issue in American politics, is taking money out of politics.
Oh my god, taking money out
Think
of
about
politics would
how
just be
much
amazing.
that would just change.
It would change everything.
Dude, I think there should be like when you have a census, there should be like an evaluation of the country as well. Like literally.
We're 1.5, 2.5 at best.
Yeah, like we
Yeah,
should
look
just
at
be
some
able
food
to
real quick.
fucking take a look at it and just be like, yo, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. I feel like the government isn't helping me here, isn't helping me here.
Yeah.
Like, why is our government doing this? Like, can we know more about this? But like that never happens. If we could actually just get the people to like fucking take a look at the government and be like, yo,
like vote, have an actual vote.
yeah, like a fucking majority vote on like a lot of super like pressing issues and like shit that's
Direct
been the
ballot
same
initiative,
since the
yeah.
country has started.
Like,
And,
imagine if we could vote on the minimum wage.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. Right now, too much power is at the top, and all of that power is because of consolidated money. And when you have all the money and the power at the top, then what can happen is like they just keep feeding off of each other, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we're at the top. We have all the power. We can use this power to control everybody below us to make us more money."
Yeah.
And so
They're
that's
like,
just
yeah,
what is
sure.
going on. And then they tell you that like, "Oh, this is great for everybody." You look around the world, you see countries where their governments aren't set up like that, where like there's no private investments or like ownership of shit when you're in the government.
Yeah.
And like
yeah.
they're just happy and prosperous and people can afford to live off of like any job, any education, and like it just leads to a more successful, happy country.
Yeah, and they're just like, dude, the people there who are like wealthy don't even give a shit about like getting more wealthy. Like,
yeah,
the
they're like,
business
what do I
owners,
fucking need it
CEOs.
for, yo?
Yeah, they're literally just like, oh, this is awesome. Let's just give the employees like more shit.
Yeah.
Like more benefits, more money. And then like I was watching that Michael Moore movie, the one Where to Invade Next.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, no, and he goes, it was, I can't remember what country it was, but he was like, don't you want to like take this money and get richer? And she was like, what's the point of getting richer? Like, I can
Yeah.
just give it to my employees. Like, imagine if we had a country like that. It's like crazy that that's how it is in America. Like,
How
we're
backwards we are.
yeah, how we're so dominated by corporate interests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks. In that same movie, when they were in Italy, I think they said that no matter where you work, like who's your employer, you have 2 weeks of paid vacation time.
Oh,
a
yeah,
year.
no.
So like that's just non-existent. Yeah, that's literally
I think that was
non-existent in
this-
the U.S. So like, no matter what your job is, how much money you're making, you can take 2 weeks off a year because they recognize that like, yo, people need some time to themselves sometimes.
And you get paid for
need
it.
to just hang out, and there's no reason for them to not be making fucking money while they're doing it and be able to live. Like, you shouldn't have to just be a slave until you're fucking able to be the king. Like, that's just not a healthy way for society to work.
Dude, and those same countries, they work way less. They work like a few days a week, like 4 days a week, and they're just way more productive. And they take like 3-hour lunches every day, and like they just work like we just work so much more than like every other country. And we're just less like efficient and less productive. It just shows how like wrong everything here is.
Well, because all the work, is just to squeeze value out of people and trick them into thinking that their value is smaller than it actually is.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. And it's just all because that these corporations are paying the politicians. Like, dude, Cenk Uygur in Congress, can you imagine that?
Oh, yeah, tell me about, like, he had a debate today.
Yeah, no, so...
Oh, yeah, tell me about that.
It wasn't a... well, yeah, it was a debate, but the made Democrat... yeah, sure. Christy Smith, the one he's running against, who they call like the lead Democrat, literally just because she was handpicked back in a smoke-filled back room with party elites to fucking be like the choice, like Hillary Clinton was like the establishment, like
to make a choice.
Yeah, no, but it's like that, and then she's so like arrogant that she just and entitled that she didn't even show up to the debate because she knew how embarrassing.
That's
it would be
what
for
it
her.
was.
She didn't show up.
It was like an officially scheduled debate.
Yeah, and literally she just said like, "Oh, I'm not going to show up."
Why?
And then Cenk was like, "Why aren't you doing this?" Because
what was the reasoning for it?
She's like too entitled to like.
No, what did she say?
What she said the reasoning was.
I have no. I don't remember. I didn't.
That's pretty important.
I know. I don't remember.
What's
But she didn't show up.
Christy Smith. She just didn't show.
Yeah, no. Here, I'll find it right now.
Could you imagine like running for office and then having the fucking, I don't know, what would you even call that? Having the nerve to just be like, oh no, they know what's right for them. They know I'm the choice.
Yeah, no.
I'm the choice because everybody else in government and politics says I'm the choice. Therefore, I'm the choice and I don't need to actually make a fucking reasoning to the people who are going to be voting for me.
Yeah, no. And she literally, so at the rally, Cenk was like, you know that Christy Smith isn't actually going to represent the voters of this state. She's going to represent her donors.
Yeah.
Like, he was just saying it to, like, this huge crowd, and he's like, my boss is, like, the voters of the 25th District of California. And then he was at, like, the event that they actually did where they were both there. He asked her to her face. He was like, Christy, like, as you know, I don't take any, like, corporate money.
I'm looking at it. Cenk said after the debate, it was very disappointing that one candidate felt she was entitled to the seat and didn't want to speak to the voters. Oh,
yeah,
God.
No.
We sent 4 emails to her.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
That's
my
so embarrassing.
God.
Yeah, no. And he was like, he asked her to her face, he was like, so will you stop taking big money contributions and, like, corporate contributions? And it didn't show the reaction for whatever reason in the video I watched, but he asked her that to her face.
Mm-hmm.
And he just was basically saying, like, I don't take this money. You've said you're a centrist and you're taking money. You're like, you used to support Medicare, or she didn't used to support Medicare for all, but he's like, you took, like, thousands of dollars from this one health insurance company, and then when you say you don't support Medicare for all, how are we supposed to trust you? And it was just so, like, humiliating.
It didn't have a reaction?
No, for whatever reason, it didn't. It was in the Secular Talk channel.
Probably got hacked.
I know, right?
The DNC
The
extracted
DNC
her terrible answer to Cenk's questions. Yeah, having Cenk in Congress would literally be like, it would make Congress hearings and like fucking meetings
Oh my
like
God, so
Yeah.
entertainment.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I found her statement. So it wasn't her; it was a representative from the.
Of course it was.
Of course it was.
Yeah. The Assemblywoman is committed to having a robust and inclusive dialogue on the issues affecting the people of her CA-25. This is why Christie is looking forward to participating in a legitimate forum, inclusive to all candidates from all parties, and which is reflective of the open primary election.
What?
I guess it was a reference because neither of the Republican people that were running were at the debate. So
What?
she was in protest for the
What
Republicans.
does that even mean?
What?
Yeah.
No idea.
That
No
literally
idea.
just makes her look bad.
If you're a politician and you're given an opportunity to like sway people, or
And you're
like,
not taking it. Yeah.
yeah, to
Exactly.
sway
It's like,
people
that's
and to
so
voting for
arrogant.
you, like you shouldn't be a politician if you don't actually know or like care about what you're talking about enough to like spread your message more. Like when you get down to it, that's one of the biggest issue in politics is like how a lot of politicians aren't in it for the reason you should be a politician.
That's so true. They're
Yeah.
literally in it for the exact wrong reason. It's like Michael Bloomberg, how he fucking isn't accepting any donations, and he's not even in the debates. He's not even trying to get into the debates, and then he's literally just not even getting voted on. He's not going to be on the ballot for the first few states. He's starting at Super Tuesday.
What?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
not.
okay, did you see that Yang like can't be on the ballot in like Ohio
Why?
or something because he fucked up when he was signing up?
That
Like
would happen
he
to
didn't.
Yang.
Yeah, no, he like didn't sign up in the right way, or at the right time, or use the right papers or something,
Oh my
and so he's
God.
just not going to be on the ballot in Ohio.
That really sucks, actually.
I mean, he has no
Yeah.
chance anyway. Love you, Andrew, but
This is his learning period.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like figuring
he'll
out
be back in
how
fucking
the politics
2024.
work.
Yeah, 2024. 2024,
2024, I think, would actually be like the perfect time for Yang.
Yeah,
like I think now's
seriously.
too early.
Bernie wins this one. Yang fucking takes. Dude, it'd be
That'd be
perfect. Because
lit.
Bernie, please run a second term if you win, please.
Dude, I don't think Bernie would be able to be a president at 85.
He's so sick.
That would be sick.
No, because the reason I
Wall
want
Street.
the reason I want him to run 2 terms is because imagine if he just left office at age 87. How lit that would be.
He'd walk out like, all right, time to live the rest of my life.
No, what if he was literally in a
Die.
Die from exhaustion, literally.
What if he was just in a wheelchair when he left office? That'd be so cute. I'm not even kidding.
Remember when I said Bernie's cute the same way Yoda is
Yeah,
cute?
yeah.
It's just so true.
He's just actually so
You're like,
cute.
oh.
For some reason, I feel like Bernie has just been old for his whole life.
Yes, he's always been old. Even when he was young, he was old.
Yes, that was the point. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Like it was literally like no, but like when
Dude, wait, but like think about you know how everybody points to Obama's hair turning gray after those 8 years or whatever, which is just
Yeah.
weird. It's kind of like off-putting.
Yeah.
How is Bernie gonna survive with
Yeah.
the stress of? Okay, think about how much effort he's gonna put in. Obama's hair went gray from how much effort he put in, dude. Is Bernie just gonna fucking die?
No, okay, listen to this. This is my theory on it.
FDR.
If
FDR
Bernie,
was dead for like the last half of his fucking.
He served 4 terms.
continue.
though, so.
if Bernie were to be president, I think it would not actually be as stressful as you think it would be, because once he starts getting shit rolling and like getting people on his
it's
side
gonna
and
take
like
a while for that to happen.
policies are getting fucking turned around to be more populist. Like I think a lot of the stress like just wouldn't be there in terms of like
You're
fucking
saying like once he
foreign
gets the ball
policy.
rolling,
Yeah, yeah.
it'll take some stress off.
Yeah,
him.
true. Yeah, I think like
Mhm.
once fucking like we're out of a bunch of other countries and our military's not being used in like disgusting ways, and like we're actually focusing on rebuilding America, it'll be less stress and more like, yo, like he's actually fucking like I'm making a difference right now.
Yeah.
Like this isn't like terrible for me. So I don't know. I think he would be healthier once
Yeah.
things started going for him.
But like, and also like, another thing to consider is that he's going to be doing rallies while he's president, though. So like,
that hurts. That hurts his case, though.
no, I know
Eh?
that's what I'm saying. It's like that.
Dude,
that
he had a
could be
heart
something
attack.
to
It was
think about.
fucking. I don't know, dude.
He's gonna keep, but he's also working so hard right now as we speak.
I know it's not good for his health.
Yeah, but like,
Bro, I love
He
you.
can
and I
do
know
it.
you love Bernie, but dude, yeah, and I know you.
Like, he can
I know.
do it.
Honestly, dude, he's just like.
I don't know. I think he's healthier than Joe Biden.
I do
Oh,
too.
that's
Yeah.
fucking.
I think he's healthier than Trump, honestly.
Oh, me too.
Like
And
I don't know.
he's
I think
outpacing all
Bernie,
the
yeah,
other people.
Bernie is healthier in the sense that he can do more and has to take less time to rest.
Sure.
Yeah.
And like a lot of other fucking candidates are just like not. They
He
can't
never
go
takes
as hard
time
as
to rest,
Bernie.
though.
And like he's obviously like in better shape than a lot of them at fucking debates too. Like
Oh
in
yeah.
terms of like being able to know what to say.
Yeah.
So I honestly I don't think he's that unhealthy.
I don't
Yeah.
either.
Because like the fucking
I
the heart
just
attack-
say
the
that's
heart thing-
wishful thinking.
No,
and I
the
hope
heart
it's
attack-
True, but I don't
the
know.
heart attack like wasn't as like scary and like dangerous as people make it out to be.
I don't know.
It was literally something that happens to like everybody at that age. He just gets stents and he's fine.
It's a heart attack's a heart attack, dude. It's not good.
I
any way
guess,
you
but
put
people
it.
have heart attacks when they're like young and then
Yeah.
they live forever.
Sure, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's just old.
No, I know,
saying,
I'm
like,
just- it's not good
It's
or
wishful
bad.
It's
thinking,
just
dude.
it's
wishful
not it's
thinking.
like it's made out to be scarier
it's not
than
good
it
or bad. It's
actually
definitely
is.
bad. Anybody having a heart attack isn't a good or bad thing. It's a bad thing.
I get, yeah, no, it's bad, but like, I
Yeah.
don't think it could have a long-lasting outcome on his health. Like
It's
that,
a
yeah,
heart attack.
obviously a heart
It's
attack.
a heart attack.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that doesn't necessarily isn't
Alright.
going to determine like how much longer he can be in the public eye
We'll
or like
see.
be a
Yeah, hopefully.
president. Because I honestly think he would get more done as president as any other younger.
We've only been going for 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's crazy, dude.
Uh huh. All
Are
right.
you
What's,
dude?
What?
the fuck?
Oh, that's such an L.
Oh, that is an L.
It's fucking top, bro.
I need to
Yeah, I think you still get it from that.
Okay, guys, what was one of your favorite, most embarrassing moments?
Kamala's entire campaign, but I'm not going to go into that because you made an entire video. But still,
Yeah, I guess. Kamala's campaign was an embarrassment.
Joe Biden's campaign saying that they didn't have to win Iowa. He was like, what?
Yeah, how they're just lowering the expectations now. They're like, okay, yeah, this is gonna suck, but
or New
trust
Hampshire,
me.
whatever they said, yeah.
Well, the first two. Because they said to wait for Nevada.
If you're saying wait for Nevada in any term, it's not good, dog.
It's not good. It's not going to be good at all.
Oh yeah. What do you think about Bernie in Iowa?
I think he's going to
I think
win.
he's gonna win too.
I
think
do.
he's got a strong shot.
Because
But the thing that sucks though, here's what I think about. It's gonna come down between him and Pete. If Pete somehow snubs this, I would be
Dude,
so
I don't.
upset.
It's not possible.
No, okay.
I'm sorry. I don't think it's possible.
Bernie's
I don't think
leading.
Pete brings out any non-voters. People who don't.
I
show up to
disagree,
vote.
dude. I know
What?
young people that like Pete Buttigieg.
Anybody
I don't know
who's
that many.
not previously politically involved is not going to see Mayor Pete and vote for him.
Well,
That's all I'm
sure.
saying.
Yeah, I know, but the majority of people voting are apolitical. I mean, I don't know.
Dude, okay, imagine if he won. Holy shit, that would be the most embarrassing. Because imagine how
It'd be an
smug,
upset for sure.
imagine how smug he would be.
I won Iowa.
He'd be like, as the winner of Iowa.
I have to say this.
As the winner.
As if any of us has more or less commitment to the Constitution. What he said about his fucking service in the military. It's like, oh my god, go fuck yourself.
I'm committed to the Constitution.
Oh, these
Well, I am in
outsiders,
Afghanistan.
He just acts like
these
he's an
Washington
outsider.
insiders. You're like, okay, Pete.
He's
Wine
literally
Cave Pete.
the quintessential establishment candidate.
Yeah, sure, you're a mayor, but Wine Cave Pete.
You're doing
Yeah.
anything that the establishment wants. You would gladly be the establishment's just puppet, and he wouldn't even give a shit about it. And then he would turn around and act like he was the greatest president of all time, because he would pass some terrible, horrible
I would
tweet.
I'd be okay with him winning.
Over Trump. Yeah.
Yeah, because then at least the only good part I could see from that is that we'd be re-entered into the Paris deal, and late night talk shows would be less terrible. Those are the only two benefits I can see from Pete
but-
Buttigieg.
Oh god,
Our
I just would hate to
foreign
see him. I would hate to see him every
Our
day.
foreign policy would be exactly the same.
Exactly the
It would
same.
be
That's what I'm saying.
gross.
I'm saying those are the only two good things I can see come from it. The country shutting up and we're entering back into
Okay,
Paris
why are we
Agreement. That's
talking
it.
about American winning?
yeah,
He has
okay.
0% black support. There's no way.
No, okay, I don't think he's gonna win. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Did
just
you
saying.
see
like,
that Tom Steyer is in second in South Carolina?
That was-
That is hilarious.
So he's tied with Bernie. in
dude,
this.
it's literally okay. Like I was trying to watch people talk about it, and all of them were like, "I have no idea." What
Here,
to
no,
say
I'll
about
look
this.
Yeah,
into
I
it.
know.
There was something
I don't
saw.
understand how that happened because
Dude,
it's
he's
like,
just buying his way.
have you
up.
ever met one Tom Steyer supporter?
No, I
Is it
personally.
Callum a Tom Steyer supporter, or is he a Steve Bullock supporter?
Um,
Or who did he caucus for?
he said he's gonna caucus for Warren. I think.
But like, wasn't he? Okay, I don't know. I thought it was like
I don't know.
Steve Bullock.
I just personally I don't see the appeal to Warren. I'm sorry.
Rem, look, we've talked about this so much.
I know.
The only appeal to her is that nothing. That's it.
like, she's just
Bernie's better than ever. Yeah.
She's just a worse Bernie.
Well, she is native. We have to give her that.
yeah, sorry, I forgot. She's a person of color. Elizabeth
Jank.
Warren.
President Trump called Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas.
Oh my
Still
god.
racist every time. What?
Tom Steyer has spent $35 million out of his own pocket on ads.
Holy shit! No, Michael Bloomberg has done like 100 something.
Hey, that's as much as we spend on aircraft carriers a day.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's out of his own pocket on ads. That completely explains why he would be randomly polling super high. It's because he fucking just bombarded the airways.
But I
with a
heard
bunch
that
of
was like
ads.
I heard that was like fucking lessening his support because people were getting annoyed by it.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't lessening his support. It's just some people were inevitably going to get annoyed by that.
Well, I mean,
you
yeah,
see
that's
Tom
fair.
Steyer every single day on the
Tom
TV.
But
Steyer.
I was like on YouTube or something. I got 2 Tom Steyer ads in a row, and
Dude,
I was
I
just
saw
like, "What the fuck?"
You know what's funny? I just realized people probably just think we're mispronouncing his name.
Yeah, but it's hilarious.
It's just
That's-
Tom Steyer.
I just think it's hilarious.
He's a Steyer because he keeps himself on the stage
no.
with his money.
but billionaire, no, dude, billionaire. I saw billionaire Mike Bloomberg's ads. Like,
Mike Bloomberg.
yeah,
not
sorry,
Michael.
like 5
He's
times
Mike.
today. Dude, it's trying to make him more relatable to the young
He's just
people.
Mike.
Vote for Mike.
Oh, Mike.
He's on Stephen Colbert. I'm like, really,
He
Colbert?
was.
Really? No, he's going to be. I see he keeps seeing ads for it.
That makes me.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, like
So-
Colbert. I thought you were just this insanely left. Like, oh,
Yeah, I thought he like actually kind of liked Bernie
he does.
because he had Bernie on.
Yeah, Trevor Noah's the one that's kind of like.
I actually don't hate.
I like Trevor
Bernie.
Noah more than I like Stephen.
I
Yeah,
like
that's-
Trevor Noah because he does like a bunch of hilarious like Trump supporter interview things.
Oh yeah, those are
Oh yeah,
hilarious.
just
I
go
have to tell you.
asking fake questions. When he sent the
Yeah.
guy down to Chinatown, did you see that one?
No, I haven't.
He sent
That
like
sounds
he
hilarious,
sent like one
though.
of his like, I don't know, Chinese staff members of the show to like into Chinatown to like talk to him because that one Fox News host that I always see that I hate. Do you know who I'm talking to? But I don't know his
Is it a
name.
man or a woman?
Is the dude? He has the thick eyebrows.
Sean Hannity.
No. I always say I hate him every time he comes up, but I never know
Not
his
Tucker
name.
Carlson.
No. Anyway, he went into Chinatown like ask like the residents if like Trump questions, but most of them didn't speak English, so he was just being super smug about it. Like, oh, what was that? And then like,
what?
Yeah, and then but like Trevor Noah was like, look at this asshole. So he just sent this like his Chinese like friend down there to like talk to him. They were just like completely normal, and it's just like, look at this fucking hack. What's his name, dude? I literally hate him more than any other.
No, that's my issue with Trevor Noah. Is like he does all the Trump bashing you could ever want and more, but like nothing. Like he's not actually for anything like very good that's on the left.
No, dude, he was defending Obama when he was
Jesse
taking, like,
Waters,
that like insane amount of money for a speech. It was like $400,000 for a Wall Street speech. And and he was defending Obama.
I hate him.
That guy,
Jesse Waters.
I hate him.
I hate that.
He's
Jesse
literally my
Waters.
least favorite.
No, that guy is so smug.
No,
he's not as smug as Tapjaker though.
After this, let me show you that video on fucking.
Which one?
The I don't know, the one I was talking about with Trevor Noah.
In Chinatown.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's really funny because you're just like, dude, look at this Fox News hack, just being racist on fucking air. And you're like,
cool, dude. No.
Do you know Taekwondo?
Oh,
what? Yeah,
my God.
Yeah, or some shit like that.
No, dude,
yeah.
I saw that. Fuck, what was I about to say? God damn it.
Of course, Remy.
Oh God, I just
talking about Fox News.
Yeah, I know. But
keep getting there, Trevor Noah.
Don't worry, I can cut this out.
No, keep it in. This is what people are
This
here
is what
for.
the people need, bro.
For the two of you.
Oh my
still
God,
watching.
I literally have. It was about Fox News, but I don't remember
why they're huge frauds.
They are giant
Hacks.
frauds, just giant hacks. Frauds. Dude, no, the one I hate, I have to say the most is
Tapjaker is not in Fox News though.
I know, but we can just talk about corporate media in general. Yeah. What do you guys hate more?
No, let's talk about Fox News. I don't like talking about them specifically because they're a special kind of awful.
They're so funny though. I kind of like I don't know. They're just so unapologetic.
They're
propaganda.
Dude, totally. Yeah.
Dude, like Laura Ingraham,
Megan Kelly. Yeah.
Oh my God, not Megan.
Tommy Lauren makes me want to kill myself.
Dude, Tommy Lauren.
Dude, Laura Ingraham is my least favorite by far.
Dude, because she's so smug. Like I don't know. She's lazy with her propaganda too.
Yeah.
Lazy again.
Doesn't even try.
Yeah, no, she was like
These Mexicans are taking our jobs.
Like Candace Owens, dude. She's literally just paid to say the wrong things.
No, dude, she literally got exposed for being a fraud, and people still listen to her.
Who cares? I mean, that's good for us, though.
No, it is, but like,
it's also good for her because she's an actual terrible person. You're just paying her a ton of money.
Like a bunch of these people are literally getting funded like through the Koch brothers because they're like, yeah, because the Koch brothers were like. They PragerU.
Yeah.
They literally like started all these organizations to like try to propagandize people. And,
I have a bachelor's degree from PragerU.
But it was like they were saying like they would fund like these think tanks that would then support people like Rave Dubin or Candace Owens.
Rave Dubin.
Yeah, or Candace Owens, and then like they're just like the token gay person or the token black female to like be the propagandists for Fox News. And it's just, for Fox
they would
News,
just try to
they would go on Fox
like,
News a lot.
Yeah, they would try to like check boxes for like different
exactly.
types of minorities to act like people supported them.
Dude, it was like what they did in the 2016 Republican primary because there was like Ben Carson and fucking Marco Rubio, and he was like, we have like two people of Latin American descent and an African American up here. We're the party of diversity. It's like, oh my God, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, if you want to be like the party of diversity, look at the fucking voter base.
Yeah, exactly. It's just all white people.
It's like, I'm pretty sure, I think that Democrats are like almost overly half people of color.
Really?
Yeah.
I know we have like it's like 90% of black people vote, 95 to vote Democrat. Which is like not surprising, but also like the Democratic Party.
It could just be so much. It could be so much better than it is for people of color.
Dude, we don't do shit for like anybody that's poor, or anybody that's a minority. Like if you're poor or a minority, literally the government just goes like this.
Fuck
so many of those people.
Poor people.
I can't believe everybody thinks we're just so like progressive and woke now, even though the country just like, dude, we have so much more shit we need to do.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Dude,
everybody
like,
thinks it's just okay.
Like I have to tell you, the PC outrage screaming is just so like effective. Like it's like it kind of puts like a mask over everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but also just kind of shoots themselves like.
Oh, it does. In like the grand scheme of things, but like it actually has slowed down like the movement. You know? Like the left wing movement.
Oh, you're saying it's a bad thing? Like it's slowed down?
Oh yeah, no. It's
okay, good. Yeah,
but like it's worked.
It's worked how they wanted it to, but.
No, like it's horrible. Like I hate it. It's stupid.
It's like, dude,
it's a waste of time.
What are we talking about? Like, focus on the fucking issues. Dude, that guy talking to the fucking gun girl on Twitter yesterday.
Oh yeah, where he's like, I don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't.
Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. I don't care. Like that's like what you expect from every libertarian.
Yeah, Drew's like, my God.
I don't give a fuck. Just do your thing.
Do I look like I make the rules around?
Did you see that video?
No, I didn't see it.
You'll like it. It's really funny.
Do you know the gun girl who is like very like proud about having her
She's one of those
fucking
blonde Republican
AR-15
girls.
Oh God, is it one of those?
She's like
Totally.
20-something.
Dude, did you see or hear about the conservative squad?
No, what
like
is
Fox
it?
News put on this like group of conservative women, and I think they're like running for office or something, and they're trying to be like the squad, but it's just 4 white women. And
Oh
it's,
my
like,
god!
they're trying to, like,
trying to
rip off,
copy like fucking Rashida Tlaib.
yeah, Ilhan
Ilhan.
Omar,
But just 3 white women.
It's just
like, what the
Republicans.
and they just are horrible. Like they just support all the same like Donald Trump policies.
Wow.
Like what really bothers me though is when people who are like Donald Trump supporters say like, "Oh my God, like yeah, I don't like." He's bad. Like he's a bad person, but like his policies are awesome. And
It's like you don't even know what they are.
they're just terrible, and you don't have any clue what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's like, oh, I like the policy when he took healthcare away from 7 million people.
I like the policy where he saved money on taxes. Cut my taxes. It's like what?
What are you talking
No.
about? He didn't cut your taxes at all, hardly.
Well, and he did for a little short period, but they just go up.
Well, no,
after
he cut
fucking
them a
10
little
years.
bit, but it
Gun
wasn't like anything. Like, he still didn't do anything about healthcare.
Yeah, I
he
heard.
still didn't do, and like he cut like just like the
Village
income
Inn.
taxes like
Village
a little
Inn,
bit,
yeah.
but overwhelmingly they went to rich people, and it was just like,
This
you know?
You've definitely seen this chick before.
I
Village Inn.
just
right?
haven't seen her.
Yeah, really? The Village
No,
Inn?
never seen her.
You haven't seen her at the Village Inn?
God damn it, Ren.
Anyways, yeah, there was this interview with that girl who's like very like pro-gun, pro-Trump, blah blah blah. Build the wall. Fucking the illegals are taking my job. She's just one of those types.
Yeah.
And she was doing this interview with a guy about like fucking. I think it was about like transgendered people.
Mm-hmm.
And like, is this okay? Like, don't they have a mental disability? And he was just like, no, I don't care. You can do whatever you want with your body. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. And she kept like poking him and trying to like get him to say that it was like weird or bad.
Yeah.
And like he literally just stayed true the whole time. I was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care. Do whatever you want. And like she was like visibly angry because of it, because it was like a very reasonable person
And what was this on?
who just didn't give a fuck. Like her fucking interview show.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's-
we're trying to be like good for her.
It was trying to be a gotcha moment for somebody,
But
but
this guy's
so
just like, I don't
sad.
care.
Yeah.
Why am I talking about these issues?
yeah, it's like this doesn't matter.
He's like, I don't know why you guys care so much what people do in the bathrooms.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, no, it was one. She asked him a question like, "What if you walked into the bathroom and there was a female in there?"
I don't.
trying
Dude,
to
I
use
literally
the
would
urinal?"
not give
And,
a-
and he was like, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck."
No, he said I don't
just-
make it a habit of like noticing like whatever. Like,
Yeah,
it was, like,
he's just like,
noticing
yeah,
people in
I
the
use the
bathrooms or some
bathroom and I leave.
shit. Yeah.
I was like, I don't
That's the
care.
thing about, like, is like the conservatives like always use like issues like
Yeah, I
that
was
to try to
gonna
like
say,
own
yeah.
the libs and be like, oh my God, look how crazy they are. But then like the people on the left are just like, I really just don't
No,
give a
it's so
fuck.
funny because
Like,
they're
I'm
always
talking about
they're
the-
always like the liberals. All they want to talk about is
Yeah, exactly.
transgender, but bathrooms.
that's all they
And
wanna
then it's just
talk
like,
about.
Dude, the right is the only one that brings it up.
Yeah,
we don't want to talk about.
we
this
don't
shit.
even talk about
You
it.
guys just know that you're a little bit like right and can kind of appeal to some people, so
Yeah.
they're just like, oh.
Yeah, but it's like we
Oh my
just don't
God,
really
it's so
give a fuck about
stupid.
those
It's like,
issues.
who
It's
cares?
like, we're literally
Oh
talking about like giving
God.
people healthcare and like actually saving the world. And,
Shit
like,
that matters to everybody.
yeah, literally everybody. And you guys are over here for getting all
Facts don't
outraged.
care about your.
Yeah, they're
feelings.
getting all outraged about people using the wrong bathroom. It's like, who gives
Who?
a
Yeah.
fuck?
Who the fuck wakes up and is like, oh,
bathroom.
can't wait to go to work and use the same bathroom as this woman. Like,
God damn it! This is making my day terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Like I literally don't think I would ever be humanly possible. to
That's
give a
like
fuck.
what a lot of fucking. That's like what Fox News was like fueled off of for a year, was just like fucking straw man arguments.
Well, that's
of
they
shit,
still
like-
are.
they still are.
Yeah, they still are, but like now I say they've switched more into like a Trump defense mode than a fucking attack
God.
the weird liberals
Yeah.
mode.
Hold the wall.
Yeah,
They literally
Look, that
see
one
Trump
guy-
as like their only hope for like
yeah.
Republicans.
Luke Skywalker of Democrats.
They literally like just have to support him because he's like all they got.
No, and they literally like the hosts know that their job is to defend him. So that's
Yeah.
all they do.
Well, I'm sure like they talk like. The Trump administration has talked to the headquarters of Fox News and been like,
Oh yeah.
guys, we need you to clean it up.
Trump
around
talks to them all the time.
Here. It's just,
Oh, yeah, no,
it's
he does.
gross. And like he complains.
He's like friends with all
fake
those guys.
news when he is just literally like fucking Like,
Okay,
he is fake.
No, he does that about
so
CNN.
funny.
In his
Like,
defense, it's hilarious.
no, I
These
think-
fake news, these people in the camera. I know so many of these people.
I know so
You hear
many
that?
of these-
Those are all Jeb's donors.
This is special.
This is special interest.
But the thing is,
I
he was
you
just
see what I live my family.
dude, like, that's why it would be like a Trump versus Bernie. It would be like he would just be like,
It'd be
you
hilarious.
claim like you're not an like you're an outsider, but like you have all the same donors. like,
Like, there's just a Goldman Sachs executive in your cabinet.
yeah, he literally just has to say stuff like
yeah,
that. And it's
Kevin.
like,
You know?
Kevin.
like what is
Kevin,
Trump
yeah.
gonna say? I don't know.
He'd be like, they're tremendous.
I
They're
hired
not
them.
like those guys.
I hired them because
They're
they're
crazy
tremendous.
Bernie.
They're not like you, crazy Bernie.
Listen to Crazy Bernie. He owns 3 houses. You
Yeah,
know?
3 houses.
He's a millionaire,
And it's
people.
just like, when has Bernie ever said that you can't own
No,
more
okay,
than
actually,
2
I
houses?
imagine that going.
What are you
like
talking about?
I imagine that going like this. Bernie owns 3 houses. I own 8 houses. I am obviously superior. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like he wouldn't even try to play off Bernie.
Bernie, I actually respect how you have 3 houses.
I wish
I'm
you had
glad
more.
you're in the real estate game.
A real estate connoisseur such as me.
Oh, God.
God, real estate's such a fucking disgusting business. I feel like.
Yeah, it's
Like-
just grimy.
I mean, for like cities and shit.
It's
not
just like
necessarily,
it's
around here.
like cutting corners on places people live to make money.
Dude,
It's like-
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You think about that, and then you think
How can
about, like,
healthcare executives sleep at night?
Yeah, no, I was thinking
So-
healthcare executives, and then like Wall Street executives after they just
Wall
destroyed the
Street.
economy.
Yeah, they just destroy the market just intentionally. You're like,
Yeah.
oh.
Their business model was fraud. Like literally, if you think about it, because they would literally like give people these huge loans they knew they wouldn't be able to pay back, and then they would just bet on the loans to fail. So they were just like, oh, this isn't gonna work, but they would tell the customers it would, and they would just get rich as fuck off of it, and then people got screwed over, and they just destroyed the economy, and then Obama
All right, well,
bailed them out.
Obama's gonna bail them out. Don't worry.
Oh, guys, we'll just get bailed out again. No.
Didn't Trump run on like ending Wall Street bailouts or like bank
Probably.
bailouts?
Well, he was talking.
He was
about,
like the most populist fucking candidate in the entire cycle. Who probably?
He was like, don't vote
Oh, wait,
for a Wall
yeah,
Street
minus
sellout
Bernie,
like
obviously.
Hillary Clinton.
He was the most
Remember when he said that?
Republican populist.
Most
Mhm.
populist Republican.
Oh, that's the only reason he was able to like
Oh, yeah,
stand
because
out.
he was the first one to say "fuck you" to the establishment. People are like, "Oh fuck, that's actually."
And like
sick.
that's what the Republican Party is. It's just the establishment running
But
as
yeah,
the
yeah.
establishment.
That's why I was kind of just like initially I was like, okay, go in there, fuck shit up. But he's like,
Yeah.
nope, and he just fucking, you know that fucking meme where like Homer emerges or no, like fucking goes and back.
Oh
into
yeah,
the
it goes
hedge.
back and then
Yeah.
comes out with the new shirt.
Yeah, but it's just
Yeah.
gonna be like that. Ooh, I'm back, baby. And I am the establishment this time.
Mwah.
I don't understand
Tremendous.
like the fact that people don't see how like Donald Trump immediately became the establishment when he got elected,
It's so.
and they just still like defend him. No
He
matter
still has
what.
that evil turtle just doing everything he wants. And it's
Yeah,
just
no,
like-
it's like you can literally like just expose him in 2 facts. Like he took away 7 million people's health care. Like that enough is
Yeah.
enough to
yeah,
disqualify.
boom.
He put a fossil fuel executive at, like
Rex Tillerson, head of the EPA.
No, he was the Secretary of Defense or something like that.
Rex
What?
Tillerson?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was the head of the EPA.
No, there was another.
Was he
dude
an
that was
oil
it.
executive?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
I'll
and then
look
he's
it
like
up.
putting him at all these like super huge like environmental, like whoever he appointed as head of the EPA was like super anti, like anything like green and renewable energy and all fossil.
Oh, he was the
fuels.
Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Rex
phenomenal.
Tillerson.
Did he get fired?
I don't know honestly.
Probably. He's not active.
And then he puts John Bolton in there.
Secretary
It's
of
like-
Defense, right?
Yeah, something.
He fired General Mattis, right?
Oh fuck. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, he
know.
definitely did.
Yeah, no, but and then he fired John Bolton, and then John Bolton.
Okay, no guys, don't worry. The head of the EPA is his name is Andrew Wheeler, a former coal industry lobbyist.
Even better. It's like, no, dude, did you see the Kyle interview with him?
evil. Whole industry lobbyist.
It's like
Your
a-
job is to make sure the
He's
interests
like
of
an
the
oil
coal industry.
baron.
Dude, literally, his job was to make sure the interests of the coal industry was kept in
So yeah,
place.
he had the
He had the big top hat.
the coal
He has
lobbyist,
a-
the head of the EPA,
His monocle and top hat.
and then
President
just a literal
Trump.
oil baron as the head of or as Secretary of State.
He calls Donald Trump. He's like,
Crush on it.
he's like President Trump. Got that regulation.
I have paid these men $4 million to cut back all regulations on the coal industry.
They're still regulating me. Can you get a hold of that?
Of course.
Bring me back some of the profits.
Of course, as you wish.
I don't think he was under Trump, but it's still funny. It's still
hilarious. I have to tell you.
Was that guy under Trump? I was like,
Yeah,
he was
he-
a lobbyist.
No, he was the head of the EPA. But I don't
No,
know.
he's the head of the APA.
Oh, so he was probably lobbying under.
Yeah,
Obama.
he definitely
It's
was.
still so fucking funny. Obama probably gave him a lot of the.
Dude, I love how anybody pretends like Obama is like that much better when he's literally just did all the same shit.
Yeah,
and he just
I think he was
tweaks.
definitely like.
He was better, but like he just.
Yeah.
took money
I'm
from
glad that his presidency existed.
I wish it would have been somebody more radical, honestly.
Okay, here we go. From
Because
2000,
like it was after George W. Bush.
from 2009 until 2017, Wheeler was a lobbyist in the law firm Fager Baker Daniels Energy and Natural Resources practice. So he spent almost 10 years as a lobbyist for the coal industry. So right up until he started getting interest as the head of the EPA, he was a lobbyist.
How do you even get a job as a lobbyist? You're just like, hey, I'll give you money if you do some shit for me.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you lobbyists.
Isn't that funny? That's like a recognized job. Like we don't even care.
It's just like
Like the government can be like, oh yeah, these people just like.
Yeah, they're
bribe
just like they're
politicians.
legal like scammers.
It's just their job to bribe politicians.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just legal.
It's completely legal.
Oh,
Dude, like-
I just bribe politicians for a living, honey.
Dude,